Welcome in everyone, this is Sean with MTG 808 Jr. and today we are going to be taking a page straight out of the playbook of somebody that we lost to in a previous Pauper event. I'm calling this deck Azorius Midrange, and it's a bit of a... on paper it looks really weird. Before I jump into the deck though, just want to get my shameless plug out of the way. For those of you who don't know what MTG 808 Jr. does, well, of course, we are your home for standard Pauper content here on YouTube, on the interweb. But what we do in real life here on the island of Oahu, we run youth standard Pauper Magic tournaments for the youth here on Oahu. We run 2 standard Pauper tournaments each month, and then we run 2 standard Pauper scholarship tournaments a year, one in May, one in December. Give away $750 in scholarship to the top finishers of those tournaments. So if you want to support what we do, please hit that subscribe button. Please also consider checking out our Patreon page if you want to directly support what we do. Of course, hitting that subscribe button will be a big help as well. All right, but now that we got the shameless plug out of the way, here is the deck. We got trounced by this deck last night in the arena Pauper queues, and it seems like kind of just a mishmash of cards, but let me explain some of the card choices here. So the reason that I think this deck might have legs is because it has a potential nut draw of turn 1 creature, especially Healer's Hawk, followed up by turn 2 Aura, right? These draws are incredibly important in order to beat the Petitioner decks, right? Just being able to put a really fast clock on them really early, that's how you're going to be able to kill them before they mill you out. I think their goldfish turn is like turn 7. Yeah. Turn 7 or turn 8. So you have to basically be able to kill them through a bunch of 1/3 blockers before turn 8. Yeah, because turn 4 they mill you for 12, turn 5 they mill you for 24, turn 6 they mill you for 36, turn 7. So turn 7, you have to kill them before turn 7. So having the nut draw of 1-drop into 2 mana aura, you know, gives us game against those decks. The auras are pretty bad against other matchups though, where they have lots of removal. So this deck plays Soul of the Rapids as a hexproof target to be able to bump up, and then also just Daybreak Chaplain to kind of hold the ground against the aggro decks, but to also just you know, be a lifelink target to put the 2 mana buffs on. We are playing Squire's Devotion as an additional aura to potentially put on Soul of the Rapids. And then the other thing that makes this a Midrange deck is that we are playing a little bit of removal. Summary Judgment, of course, very good against Persistent Petitioners. And we are playing Legion Conquistador. So this guy is not a very impressive creature, but it's basically a 3 mana 2/2 that says draw 3 cards, right? You're drawing 3 more 3 mana 2/2s. And then in combination with Devious Cover-Up, right? You trade off the first 3 2/2s, you have the 4th one in your hand, and then you Devious Cover-Up, shuffle in the 3 that are in your graveyard, and then you play the 4th one that's in your hand, and you go and get them all back. So this deck has some legs in the long game thanks to the hexproof creature as well as Legion Conquistador, and then we're playing just some card draw here to try and tie it all together. I would love to play 4 Secrets of the Golden City. I'm not sure if we have enough blue sources to reliably cast it as early as we would like to, so I am splitting this spot with Divination. But it might be worth splitting the spot with Sphinx's Insight, but I'm trying out Divination for now. But Sphinx's Insight with Devious Cover-Up is nice. And then the last couple slots in the deck, we have 1 Dive Down and 1 Adamant Will, just because you know, playing so many auras on non-hexproof creatures leaves us a little exposed to strategies that do play a fair amount of spot removal. So this is the deck. It kind of is trying to cover the early aggression base as well as like the long game inevitability base, and I'm afraid that it might just kind of fall apart in the middle, because if you draw the wrong half of your deck, or the wrong quarter of your deck and mix it with the other quarter of the deck, I could see things going wrong. But this deck very handedly beat us the other day. Like there were 2 spots in the game where I was playing blue-white Azorius equipment. There were 2 different spots in the game where I was like, I am so far ahead, I'm going to be very surprised if we lose. And then they slapped a lifelink enchantment on this, and I was like, oh boy, that seems bad. And then we fought back to a favorable position, and then they played Legion Conquistador and drew 3 cards to change the equation of the race, and I was like, okay, we fought back through that, and then they finally got us with the Devious Cover-Up to shuffle in the Legion Conquistadors. So, I was impressed by this deck. I'm going to have to go back and watch the video to get the name of the person that beat us, just to give them props. But, I wanted to try it out. The only card that I am playing in my list that I didn't see in theirs is the Rustwing Falcon. And I'm really just playing it because I want to be able to have additional targets to be able to suit up to kind of make sure that our Petitioner matchup is solid. And then I didn't see either of these combat tricks in there, but I figured if we're going to be playing lots of 1-mana creatures and our plan is to put pants on them, we want to make sure that the pants can be protected. So we're going to try it out. We'll see. It might be terrible. It might be great. We will find out together on this episode of Standard Pauper Adventures with Sean. All right. I've been loving trying out all these different brews in Standard Pauper. I don't usually get to play the format very much. I'm usually judging the youth events, and then I get to play one match in the end boss match, so I don't usually play very much. So having these Standard Pauper events to play online has been awesome. Okay, so this hand is great. We get to play Healer's Hawk on turn 1. Oh, let me turn up my volume. Hopefully you guys can hear some of this. There we go. Okay, so looks like we're playing against another white deck, and they did not play a Healer's Hawk on turn 1, so we have Healer Hawk advantage. Do they have Righteous Blow? This looks like a Righteous Blow. It's giving them priority. Yep. Okay. Ooh, a fellow blue-white player. Alright, let's see if they have... I wonder if they're playing blue-white control. We did just post that video of blue-white control 2 nights ago, so that'd be really sweet if we played against someone playing our own list. No, this is not our list. This is someone else. They must have brewed this up. We were not playing Radical Idea. Ooh, Esper. I do love me some 3-color. Okay, so we need to make sure that we find a good spot to resolve this Soul of the Rapids, and they're going to have a pretty hard time beating it. So maybe they'll like tap out for Ill-Gotten Inheritance here or something, and we'll get to slam the Soul of the Rapids. Okay. Unfortunately, since we're playing auras instead of equipment, we do not have a very strong game against, okay, sweet, against control. But since we do get a window to resolve this Soul of the Rapids, I am thinking we have a pretty good spot here. They basically have to play creatures to block Soul of the Rapids. And then if we draw any of our auras to make it bigger, then we are going to be in really good shape. Ooh, speaking of which, they could have cancel and or devious cover-up, but I think if they're spending their mana on that, I'm fine with that. Okay. I don't think Radical Idea is very good in the current standard Pauper format. It just seems so slow. Like, I think it's good in the decks that are trying to, like, trigger Aven Windmage and Fire Urchin. But I don't think it's very good in other decks. Yeah, so the key to beating control decks in this format is not only hexproof creatures, but also just going wide, because there's no good sweepers in the format. Mephitic Vapors is the only real sweeper in the format. They basically have to trade their good removal spells for your bad one-drop creatures. So you can just kind of like go wide and overwhelm the control decks, especially if you are on the play. And then, of course, the hexproof creatures prove hard for them to handle as well. I do love me some good control decks, but I also do a lot of losing with control decks in this format. So, well, that's nice. They might have a Moment of Craving or something here that we'll get to nab with this. But this is 8 damage. This is going to put them to 4. Alright, so they're going to have to pop. This puts them to 5. They can go up to 9 if they pop the Ill-Gotten Inheritance. But that really just buys them a turn to... They need to play like a good blocker here to have a shot. Okay, well, that's pretty good. That buys them a fair amount of time. I was thinking about playing Revitalize in my blue-white control deck, just because it's very good at buying time. Take Vengeance. So this hits them down to 2. They're going to go up to 3 on their turn. Oh, I could have Adamanted Will there. I didn't really want to, because if they had a removal spell, then... But I think here I will cast Adamant Will, because even if they have a removal spell... Yeah, okay, I will for sure cast it here. So, oh, no, they're just dead without it. Alright. Good game. Okay, so, yeah, I guess having a bunch of little dudes and then one big hexproof threat kind of paid off there. Let's see if we can keep the mid-range train rolling. I did really enjoy my green-black mid-range deck that I made a few standard Pauper events ago. Ooh, okay. I mean, if they're an aggro deck, then this hand is okay. If they're a control deck, this hand is pretty bad, but most of the decks in this format are aggro. So I'm okay keeping this. What was I saying? The green-black mid-range deck that I made a couple standard Pauper events ago. I really liked it, but I don't think that deck can ever beat a Petitioner deck, unfortunately. Like, the black removal just doesn't line up well enough, and then being mid-range, you can't, like, pressure them, you can't pressure them fast enough. Okay, so blue-red, this might be control, this might be, like, the Aven Windmage Fire Urchin deck. Looks like control if they're just playing draw go, which is unfortunate since our hand is really bad against control. Double Summary Judgment here. Not really doing a whole ton. Yeah. I'm not firing off the secrets just because, well, I have tons of lands to play. And I would have to discard a card if it did resolve. But ideally I would like to try and double spell. Oh, okay. They might not be straight control. They might be the aggressive deck, which means that our hand is much better against them if they are the spells deck. The spells deck has been pretty popular in the youth leagues, but in the youth leagues we allow downshifted rarities, so We Dragnaughts is legal, and that adds a really big power. I think like without We Dragnaughts, this version of the deck is it only has 2 payoff cards for playing a bunch of spells, whereas in having We Dragnaughts being the 3rd big payoff card for playing a bunch of spells, I think that really puts the deck over the top. Because this is the first time I've seen this archetype on the arena queues. Do they have a negate? I don't usually play with the sound, so that addendum cue that lets you know that you're casting an addendum card is pretty cool, like the ticking clock, right? Like, time is of the essence. That's pretty cool. I do appreciate how much detail or attention to detail they put into Arena. Okay. I wonder if they are playing Essence Scatter. Because getting our Soul of the Rapids Essence Scattered would make me very sad. Ooh, if they do have Essence Scatter, they might play it on this. Okay, they had to think there, so that makes me think that they do have an Essence Scatter. So let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 permanents away from secrets. Okay, I'm just gonna say go. If they have a removal spell, I'll fire off my Adamant Will. This is during my end step, so I can't resolve Soul of the Rapids now. Yeah, I will fire off my Adamant Will. Just because I want to get closer to Secrets of the Golden City. Let's see, if they have a removal spell, they'll probably fire it off on the Healer's Hawk here. Yep. And then hopefully they pass. They play another creature. 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, I didn't play Soul of the Rapids last turn. I'm pretty sure I'm too far away from ascending to make it worth holding on to this, or to make it worth sandbagging this. This might get canceled. They already showed us 1 cancel. Oh, that's reasonable. Okay. I will play my lifelink creatures here. Ah, so they do have Essence Scatter. Good thing we waited. So we have 9 permanents now. Okay. I wonder if they have the second Essence Scatter. Come on, just play something, man. Counter this? It did pass priority to them, so they probably do have an instance in their hand of some sort. Like, what would I even be able to do to draw that out, though? Like, if I draw Legion Conquistador, they would probably counter it. Like, we're not under a ton of pressure here, so I think this Soul of the Rapids, like, if I resolve it, I just win the game. So I think it's worth trying to play around Essence Scatter. Like, we're not under a ton of pressure here. Ugh, that was probably the worst possible draw. Like, that draw is probably worse than drawing a land here. Oh, okay, well, we're kind of priced into playing around Essence Scatter still. Drawing that Squire's Devotion. Maybe I just want to pull the trigger. Going down to 10 here. Like, they don't have a super high clock right now, though. Man. They've drawn 3 shocks and a skewer. So they gotta have a ton of burn in their deck. So I don't think we can just... Yeah, they have a counterspell here. This sucks. Oh, wow, that resolved? Okay, wow, we are very much in this game. Wow, that astounds me. Okay. That is a pretty good answer to Soul of the Rapids. Huh. They would have to have... I could put the second Squire's Devotion on Soul of the Rapids, and then they would have to have 2 spells to trade with me. I don't think that's worth it. I think I'm just gonna say go here. Like, we're fine just staring at them. We have inevitability with the hexproof creature. If we draw one of our other auras, then we just start going to town. And if they're not gonna pressure us, then we're fine. Just sitting here. We do have a card draw in our deck. We do have Legion Conquistador. We do have counter spells in the deck even. Man, this deck is so weird. Yep, you got it. You want to attack us with the Wind Mage? That'd be sweet. We can go to the races. So that was their 4th shock. Do they have another Wind Mage? That would actually be a big problem for us. Okay. So interesting that this deck would rather play Daybreak Chaplain than the 2/2s. But I guess it is just trying to, like, take the game long. Interesting. Okay, no blocks. I think I want to just play this out. The reason I played it there instead of holding it is because I have card draw spells in the deck. So if I draw one of my card draw spells and I draw like another expensive spell and a land, then I might get punished for holding onto the land. Ooh, excuse me. Ugh, that card does not seem very good. Like, there aren't really any expensive spells that make it really worth... Okay, I mean, let's see if they have another counterspell. Wow. Okay, so we resolved that. So if I trade with this first Wind Mage, and then I just slap this second Squire's Devotion down... Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Let's see what you got, buddy. Do you have an instant in your hand? What phase are we in right now? We're still in the declare blockers, so befuddle, that's a good one to know about. Okay, so that's a nice trade. We have our next Squire's Devotion here. Bada bing, bada boom. Wow! Wow, that was unexpected. I think we're still pretty far ahead here, but that was... Whew. That was good. And we only have 2 Squire's Devotions in the deck, so... Fairy Duelist eating our Healer's Hawk. Man, this guy is just full of tricks. What? Oh, maybe he passed through the blockers phase. So we get to keep our Healer's Hawk at least. Oh, he's just trying to race us? Okay. Okay, do I want to put the Knight's Pledge on the Healer's Hawk, the Soul of the Rapids, or the token? Let's see. Well, there's no instant speed deal 3. Well, I guess there's Bombard, but I don't know if he can play Bombard and Skewer and Shock. I think I just want to put it on the Healer's Hawk. Let's draw our other Secrets of the Golden City. Does he have Skewer? Ooh. Okay, now I think I want to put it on Soul of the Rapids. So he needs to chump block here, unless he has something. He could have a Befuddle. He could have another Fairy Duelist. Sure Strike. Wow. Man, this guy is just full of tricks. I'm just not expecting any of these cards from him. Oh gosh. Okay, Healer's Hawk is locked down. We're taking 4 here. Ooh, okay. Summary Judgment, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I just want to kill the Fairy Duelist while I can. Man, this guy's deck just feels like a mishmash. But I guess in all fairness, so does mine. We got blown out by Spell Pierce this game. We got blown out by Sure Strike this game. We're at 4. Okay. Oh, does this kill you? I think this kills you. Whew. Wow. What a slugfest. That was... Whew. That was... Those are the games of Magic that we live for. Okay. Let's open a pack. Oh, and we get our Mythic Wild card now. Yeah. Oh, and we got the Stomping Grounds that we needed. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. I still need one more Stomping Grounds, but it's still a good day. So what are we? 30% of the way? Alright. So we... Alright. I really wish I had more common wild cards. Then I would have more Pauper decks to play. in all fairness, a lot of my the holes in my Pauper collection are from Ixalan, because I just refuse to play the Ixalan limited formats. I did not enjoy any of those limited formats. Okay, this hand is decent. For a while when I was building this deck, I was thinking about playing Parhelion Patrol instead of Rustwing Falcon, just to kind of like have something in the middle of our curve. Ooh, that was a really good draw. But I decided to play the Rustwing Falcons because... excuse me. Decided to play the Rustwing Falcons to shore up the persistent Petitioners matchup. So he has Moment of Craving. Okay, well, if he's Moment of Craving this... Yeah, I think I'm fine just locking him into using his spell this turn. Then I just play Conquistador. Oh, Moment of Triumph. Well, that's better for me. Okay. I'm just gonna draw 3 cards. Does that sound okay? I think it sounds pretty good. I would like to take my action. 1, 2, 3. Dunzo. And we will attack. Huh. Interesting. I would have thought he would want to at least get a card off of that and save it for when I'm attacking with a 2/2. Okay, does he have another Fungal Infection and or Pump Spell? Skullduggery here, Moment of Triumph, Blade Brand. Okay, that's fine. So I essentially got the Blade Brand. So the Blade Brand replaced itself, but the Fungal Infection did not kill a creature on the first side. So... okay, we'll take it. And play another one. Would love to draw Devious Cover up here. Okay, if he has a Pump Spell here, then we get him with the Summary Judgment. Blade Brand. Vicious Offering. Alright, fair enough. Alright, we're getting a little... we're a little land heavy here. Let's see, I could Squire's Devotion on the Rustwing Falcon. Kind of want to hold this Legion Conquistador for if I draw Devious Cover-Up. But if I draw Devious Cover-Up anyway, like, it's still fine if I just shuffle in all of the Conquistadors. He plays a lot of combat tricks. So far they've played 2 creatures. Killing Rustwing Falcon. You got it. Thirsting Shade. Okay, well they have no more cards in their hand, so I'm just gonna move in on this Conquistador. If they draw a removal spell here, then they get me. My lifelinker's better than your lifelinker. Final payment? Vicious Offering? Oh man, brutal. Brutal. Okay. I'm surprised that they sacked their creature instead of paying 5 life. Okay, we are losing this race, but we are up in life currently. We have lots of good draws. Devious Cover-Up is a good draw. Oh, that's even a fine draw. Secrets of the Golden City is a fine draw. What else can we draw? Soul of the Rapids would be good. Wow, this guy, I cannot believe the amount of spot removal that is in this deck. It's just gotten 2-for-1s on us left and right. Got a 3-for-1 on us on the Conquistador. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6 if you count fungal infection. So they have a creature to play. Okay. The Battle of the Lifelinkers. Come on, Secrets of the Golden City. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Secrets would draw us 3 cards if we draw it. Yeah, no blocks. Oh, wow. That was good. Okay. So they have a swamp in their hand. So we get to kill their Thirsting Shade. And we take 3. We take 2 because we gained 1. Okay, that's pretty good. Their Civic Stalwart is still hitting us, but we're at least mitigating most of that. Or one of the 3 points with Healer's Hawk, pecking away at them. Wow, they're attacking with everybody. Not the Hunted Witnesses, not Imperious Oligarch. Okay. Squire's Devotion. I think we just hold on to it. If they had a 1/1 Spirit, I would maybe think about putting it on the Hawk, but can't help but feel like Short Sword would probably just be better than Knight's Pledge in this deck. Because we lost... We only drew one Knight's Pledge, but... Whew! That feels good. That feels good. A little too much land deck, but drawing that Healer's Hawk is nice. Maybe we should just be maxing on Soul of the Rapids. Let's see, do we want to double block a Hunted Witness? No, I don't think we do, because they're just going to get the creature back. So, yeah, we just want to take as little damage as possible here. Do they have a pump spell? That was a pretty good draw. Might be a little too late, but... Since we have protection now, I want to put this on one of my 1/3s, so that way I can block the Stalwarts. One, two, three, and I'm gonna go with Secrets. Interesting. Okay. Do you have a pump spell? You do not have a pump spell. Yeah, I feel like they should be attacking with the Oligarchs, because then the spirits can contest our Healer's Hawks. Okay. So let's put this here and this here. Inspired Charge would get us. Oh, that feels bad. Well, I think we're gonna lose this game. Yep. Does not look like there is much we can do here. We just drew... They've drawn 6 lands, and we've drawn... What is this? 9, 10, 11, 12 lands? This has been a pretty good game. I really wish that I had some equipment, though. Yeah, if I just had some equipment instead of the auras, I feel like I just do infinitely better here. This is a joke. What a joke. We even like shuffled in 4 great cards. 33 cards. is it 7, 8? Okay, yeah, we're just dead. Good game. We've just drawn 13 lands to your 6. I mean, I guess we are playing 23 lands? 22? How many lands are we playing? 22 lands. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna keep going, but I definitely wish that Knightly Pledges were short swords and or jousting lances. I figured I would try it out the way that the guy that I played against had it, just, you know, to see how it goes. Like, the Knightly Pledges are much better against Petitioners, but I really wish that I had some value going that game. Starting with double Conquistador kind of sucks, but not gonna turn down the Healer's Hawk hand. Green, white. So they probably have Luminous Bonds. So I'm not gonna move in on the Healer's Hawk until I have to. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, if I had drawn a land there, that would have been so good. So good. I think I just want to play out these Conquistadors and start trying to make trades now that I drew that Devious Cover Up. But I am pretty tempted to just put this one with the Wind on the Healer's Hawk. I'll play this, and I'm only gonna attack with the Healer's Hawk because I want to double block the Starcrowned Stag. Snub-a-dub-dub. Ooh, nice. Okay, not drawing an island there was a little awkward because now I can't double spell. But I think I still just run out the next Conquistador. So he's almost got the City's Blessing. Oh, that was a really good draw. So we take 8. Okay. Well. Hopefully he doesn't have the Luminous Bonds. One permanent away from Ascend. There it is. Oh god, and that shuts off our Summary Judgment too. What a absolute beating. So we're taking 4, 8, 12, 14. Jeez. Well, if he has the next Angel of Dawn, then we're just dead. So let's see. I think we need to just gain the 5 here. Please don't double block. Thank you. No, we're just dead because he gets to tap a blocker, even if we kill something. Yeah, this really sucks. He kills us exactly. Well, if he has a pump spell here, then... Oh, okay, yeah. He kills us a lot more than exactly. Don't think we could have done anything differently that game. I mean, like, maybe move in on one with the wind sooner. See, that's the problem with playing these auras. Like, you have to open yourself up to 2-for-1s. Okay, well, we got 20 gems at least. Only lost 100 gold, but we got 20 gems for it, so... Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this deck. I definitely want equipment in it instead of these auras. I'm like medium on Rustwing Falcon. Like Devious Cover Up with Conquistador. We could have had it that game, but maybe we need to play more tap lands. I was unimpressed with the Falcons. Like, man, Angel of Dawn, I mean, not letting us summary judgment something that turn was so brutal. So brutal. Let's see, what other changes can we make here? I feel like I learned a lot from playing that through that league. My instinct to want to not rely on the auras so much was correct. I don't think we need Adamant Will and Dive Down if we're relying less on the auras, which means that I kind of want to get some Parhelion Patrols in. Maybe we don't need 4 short swords. Maybe we can get away with 3 short swords. Yeah, every time I try and make an aura deck, I just want to turn it into an equipment deck. But that just makes it so much slower. So, let's see. I liked the Legion Conquistadors. I think that they go way better with equipment than they do with auras. I liked the Devious Cover-Up to play the long game with Conquistador. The card draw felt okay. I think we definitely need to play a little more blue sources. If we're playing, let's see, this is 14 blue sources. So can we go up to 4 secrets? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is a really great resource. Frank Karsten pretty sure he's in the Hall of Fame. But I think he also has a math PhD, and he has this wonderful article that I have saved in, bookmarked in my browser. This wonderful article telling you how many sources you need to run for consistently casting your spells. So here we have a 60 card deck. We want to play a 1 CC card of what is that? Secrets of the Golden City. So he says you need 18 sources if you want to consistently cast it on 3. I don't think we need to consistently cast it on 3 necessarily, but having only 14, yeah, maybe we should keep with the 2-2 split on Divination and Secrets. Although I'm not convinced that Divination is better than Sphinx's Insight. This deck feels so weird because there's so few creatures in it, and you have so many ways to pump your creatures. Maybe we just want to get rid of One with the Wind if we're playing the equipment package, and then just play more creatures. So Squire's Devotion is there strictly to combo with Solar Rapids. I guess it goes fine on Parhelion Patrol. $16.22 lands. I don't think we can go down on lands, especially now that we're adding 3/4 drops to the deck. I do want to play more creatures. I don't think I want them to be 1-drops. We might just want the 2 of the Lifelinkers here. We might want something that like trades. Like this guy blocks well. We might just want to anticipate. That's something to think about. Playing anticipate because the deck has so many different game plans in it. Ooh, we could play Omen Speaker if we just want bodies. Right? Omen Speaker holds equipment fine. And then Omen Speaker also like helps us find which part of the plan we want. But we're making the deck so much worse against Persistent Petitioners by slowing it down. Slowing it down by playing Short Sword instead of Knightly Valor and One with the Wind. Slowing it down. Yeah. But losing games like those two that we just lost where we well, one of them we got mana flooded. Anticipate would have helped with that. Yeah, maybe we do want to anticipate. Yeah, I don't know what the best direction to take this deck is, because Because it's trying to do so many different things. Yeah, I would... Parhelion Patrol wears equipment really well. We don't have a ton of stuff. It wears Squire's Devotion really well. We don't have a ton of stuff to mentor onto, though. Anticipate. I don't think we can get away with cutting a land and playing one more Anticipate. Maybe we can cut a Parhelion Patrol, though. And a Jousting Lance and play 2 more Anticipates. I like that. I feel like... Gotta craft our last Anticipate. Did not play enough M19 drafts. Down to 6 common wild cards. Okay. Yeah, I would try this out. I'm actually really curious. This is going to make for kind of a long video, but I want to play one more league with this. For the sake of science, of course. Just to see, because we changed the deck so much. Like, we made such drastic changes. I just want to see how this goes. Okay, I like this. Yeah, I'm so happy this is not a Knightly Valor. Because, like, with Knightly Valor, I feel like you're supposed to just jam it on turn 2 and hope. But that just feels so bad to me. Whereas with Short Sword, it's like, okay, you equip it when you have a little extra mana. You're still gonna have value off of it later. Is this the same guy? The same blue-red player that we played against? Ya boy Hoppa. G2 Lava Runner. Double G2 Lava Runner. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I think we just send with the Hawk and then play our Conquistador. I don't want to naturally draw any more Conquistadors, so I want to play this guy out as soon as I can. Okay, so he's playing Wizards. Alright, let's try and find a land. There we go. Play our Short Sword. Put it on the Hawk. Yeah. Our mana's a little awkward here. Standard kind of spoils us by giving us 8 technically untapped dual lands for each archetype. Alright, do you have a shock? shock. That was an okay draw. Let's see. I want to attack with these two. And then play another Conquistador. And I'm gonna move this over to the Daybreak. They're probably just gonna tap it down with Sonic Assault, but I'm fine with that. Playing a land when you have a Jumpstart card in your graveyard and so few cards in your hand, it seems weird to me. Okay, that makes sense. Shock? Strange attack. You have the Precision Strike. That would have been a huge blowout. Okay, so we drew our land. Yeah, I think I just want to play this game. I will anticipate end of turn instead of moving stuff around. If he wants to get fancy, then I'll Summary Judgment one of his attackers if he like taps down enough of my blockers. Again, playing the lands when he has the Jumpstart card in his hand or in his graveyard seems so weird. Okay, you got it. Alright. So he has no cards in his hand and one Jumpstart card in his graveyard. I actually really want this Devious Cover-Up, but I think that's too cute. I'm just gonna take the Patrol. Yeah, if you just didn't play that island last turn that you never used. Well, awkward that we can't cast that. But I think I'm just gonna send with everybody here and then play my two Conquistadors. Oh, I guess... Oh no, if I played my Lance, then he would just get a chump block on Daybreak. So he goes to 2 here? Yeah, he's very dead. Lifelink. Lifelink is a great mechanic. Well, very good in Standard Pauper. Alright, you got it. Well, even though our mono was awkward, the deck functioned that game. Our opponent definitely gave up some percentage points in a bunch of different places, but I don't think they lost because of those little percentage points. I think that they lost because Healer's Hawk is too good. Okay. No one drop, or no Healer's Hawk on one is unfortunate, but I'm not going to complain. We are a little choked on twos. Okay, drawing the third land helps. Next turn we'll be able to equip and anticipate, or Summary Judgment. Blue-black. Interesting. Equipment is very good against control, but we play so few creatures that we might be in some trouble. I like having the double Devious cover-up. Oh, wow. Interesting. I have a feeling that we're going to care about the blue sources over the course of this game. Okay, let's see if he wants to block. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not worth it to try and wait. We're just gonna... This is exactly the scenario we were talking about, where Short Sword is worse than Knightly Valor. If this were a Knightly Valor, we would be sitting real pretty. Think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could draw 3 off of this, but honestly our hand is pretty full, and I think killing 2 persistent petitioners when they tap low is going to be very relevant. Okay, so I'm going to equip here. I think we would have lost this game for sure if they had 4 lands. That's a very good pickup here. What are we going to want to shuffle in? Probably just these Summary Judgments. he did not mill the other devious cover up. Four, 5, 6, 7. So they're at 9. Yeah, I'm going to play the Healer's Hawk and then just leave up the devious cover up. So let's see, we want all of these summary judgments. And then I think we want the secrets as the last card. Wow, he's triple blocking. I like that. I wonder what the black is for. That was a very good draw. Let's attack first, because they might have... yeah, let's do it this way. There it is. Probably should have attacked with everyone if I was expecting a Moment of Craving. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, we're in deep trouble here. I think we actually lose this game now, unfortunately. Yeah, not attacking with the 2 Conquistadors last turn. They just take this and then mill us twice. Oh man, this feels bad. Like, yeah, this is the matchup where we needed the whatchamacallit, the Knightly Valors. These short swords just did not do enough. Man, playing mid-range when there's polarizing decks like this just is really rough. Petitioners is such a polarizing deck. Okay. I will take this. Ooh, nice. Oh, wow. Taking my Conquistador here feels bad. Okay, well, Hopefully I'll be able to shuffle it in. Sure. Summary Judgment. Yeah. He knows I have the Summary Judgment, so if I leave my mana up, then he just won't attack. And then I just waste my mana, so I might as well play out my Jousting Lance. Okay. Might be too little too late. No, he missed a land drop. We're not super far behind. Huh. I might want to... Oh, baby's awake. Thankfully, Michelle is getting baby while I'm recording. I have lots of options here. I could just Summary Judgment his Thallid. I could equip an attack. I could cast Divination. I think I like equip attack. Because this offsets the life loss. He kind of has to race me, which turns on my Summary Judgments. We get punished here if he has removal, because then we lose our 3 mana investment. Yeah. But kind of forced him to have it. Okay. I like Conquistador here. This might be a game where we get to see the much coveted Devious Cover-Up, shuffling my 3 dead Conquistadors play. Skullduggery? Fungal Infection? Fungal Infection. Okay. So now we could just double Summary Judgment to just make sure we don't die to tempo. I like that. Oh, does he have abnormal endurance? Okay, so we have to do this again. That was unfortunate. Maybe we shouldn't have Summary Judgmented there to play around abnormal endurance. Yeah, because the goal of Summary Judgmenting there was to not fall too far behind. But I think we're just falling too far behind. So we're gonna go to 4 here, and we don't even have a good enough board presence to be able to Devious Cover Up while we have the last one in our hand. Yeah. I don't know what we can draw here. We could just play Healer's Hawk and plan to chump block and then hope to Devious Cover Up something and then draw 2 lands. I think that's our best line here, but so much has to go right in order for this to work. they not even going to cast anything? Ooh, that was a really good target. So we get 1 Conquistador, 2 Conquistadors, 3 Conquistadors, and I'm going to do Daybreak Chaplain. Okay, we're still dead unless we draw a land or a spell we can cast. That was very lucky. Oh, man. We were so close. That was a good game, but we were so close. Ah. Okay. Well, I think we have a significant amount of data here to conclude that I don't think that this archetype is very good. Like, we just have to give up too many percentage points on our fringes, and we just are bad in the middle. I mean, we're bad on the fringes, but in order to even be competitive on the fringes, we're just bad in the middle. So, I am glad I got to try this out. Like, Conquistador plus Devious Cover-Up is pretty cute, but I do think Conquistador is just too underpowered. Like, it's really good against specifically control, but yeah, it was just too slow there against aggro, right? Blocker 2/2, get blown out by fungal infection, right? So, you know, deck final, or not final, but current estimation on the deck is not very good. So, thanks for stopping by, sticking around for, you know, all this learning and stuff that happened. I really would love to find a mid-range deck that can compete against persistent petitioners as well as other decks, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Petitioners is very good. So yeah, that's where we're at now. And thanks for sticking around. Once again, shameless plug. Where is it? It is here. If you, well, of course, please hit that subscribe button to support the channel. If you want to support the project, please check out our Patreon page. See the work that we do with the youth here on Oahu, running youth standard Pauper tournaments, youth standard Pauper scholarship tournaments, and everything else that we do. So check us out, and thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed it, watching me get beat up, but it was fun for me. I learned a lot. Hopefully you did too. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.